Today we're going to look at me going from this, and then we got to here. In the last video we did that, and we got here, and then we had everything fired up and wired up, and then we got here today, and with the wood prefab, and we got it wrapped in carpet, and things are looking really good. And this is how we did all that. So if you guys want to stick around, I'll show you how we got to this point. Now, first of all, let me tell you, this is a 70-minute long video that I have shortened. So if you want to see the long version, it's going to be on YouTube. What I'm doing now is getting measurements for the cutouts that I need to make for this beauty panel. And I'm going to tell you guys, I screwed up a lot during this, but I just pretty much embrace my screw-ups and just continue forward because I'm human, you know, and I am definitely not a professional carpenter. I've got some years of construction experience, but it's been a long time, and my old body just ain't what it used to be. So now, taking my measurements, I am using those measurements to draw out the cutouts that I have to make on this board. Get all those sketched out. You can see them in red there. And then we're going to start cutting everything out. And I got to cut the length as well, so that's what I'm doing now, is getting the actual length measured. Now, I did this in a janky way with the skill saw. I plunged it, which is dangerous as hell. But that's how I did it. So if you guys are wondering, I'm going to plunge out the lines as much as I can and then use the saw that I call the beaver to trim out the corners that I can't reach. So first we cut these two, and then we plunge into this one and get most of it cut. And we plunge carefully into this square and get a good cut started. And then we're going to use the beaver saw to finish those off. And you could use a jigsaw and drill and all that stuff, and that's the proper way of doing this. I did it a very sketchy way, but it did work. So now that I've got my cutouts made, I did them first, of course. I can go ahead and cut the rest of this wood off, and I'll have the actual sheet that I need to go into the trunk. This will be the panel that we're starting with. Do our test fit, and fits pretty good. Sorry about the sideways camera, but I've still got to do some touch-ups here and there, clean up some stuff, and then I've got to do some more trim work. You'll see all this happening. Test fit again. I had to make sure I had room for the feet on that LTO balancer to sit. That's why I had to trim that out a little more. Now I'm figuring out how I'm going to build the raised portion that will come up and cover, protect the balancer and also frame it. So I'm kind of puzzling through ideas right now. No real rhyme or reason. This is some scrap wood that I found off my buddy Troy's build from a while back, and I found that I like the look of it, so I'm going to cut it down and we're going to use it for the side portions on the balancer, making sure I get those cuts the same. And we'll set them in there and have a look, see what everything's looking like. It's looking good. Need to do a little bit of sanding on them because there were some nibs sticking out on the ends there. But we'll take care of that. Now they're looking good. So I got the top and bottom piece to make. That's the tricky bit. So what I want to do here is I got to make a rip first. So I'm figuring out my lengths. That's my lengths. Now I've also got to do a rip But I'm going to do the cuts first because it'd be much easier to do that now than it would be after I rip this off. Checking the measurements, and we'll go ahead and find the saw. We're going to get the beaver and we're going to trim those. And then once we cut them in there, we'll take the skill saw and cut the pieces off. That'll make our top and our bottom. And still going to be a lot of sanding involved to get these things all just where I want them. But we got something going on now. And for the next portion, we got to do the amplifiers raised sections. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm probably looking for something. And I'm talking about all kind of shit because that's what I do. So we're going to go ahead and attach that. Oh, there come a cat. This random cat just wandered into the garage. I don't know. He just wandered in and hung out with me for a few minutes. But anyway, back to work. So we're using glue and a couple of brad nails to carefully shoot this down in a couple of spots just to get it held in place, and then we'll get it outside the trunk and we'll finish nailing it and also sand it down so that it's nice and contoured for the carpet layer. Yep, that was some fast sanding. Now we're looking at using the similar piece. I still got a little bit of that left, so we're going to use some of that scrap and we're going to create that piece. Now we had to make this one 2 inches wide because it's not enough room for it, so we got to rip it, and I'm adding it to this chunk of wood so that I can handle everything a little easier. So we'll go ahead and rip it down and cut it off. Now we got our 2 inch and we got our normal piece, and we got one that's 2 inches so that we can fit those on the sides and finish building the contour. Now this is the tricky part. This has 3 beveled edges on it, and so I'm having to do some real finagling to make this work. And I'm talking about all the crap in my brain. There's a lot of crap in my brain. We're going to sort it out though. Like I said, the tricky bit is you got to have 45-degree angle 3 ways, 3 sides, and it's got to be the right length. So that's a lot of thinking to get that to work. And apparently a lot of pointing as well, because I'm thinking and pointing. I'm talking and pointing because, yeah, there we go. Knock that little notch off there. This part didn't have to be perfect, but the closer you get to right, the less sanding you have to do. So I had to do quite a bit of sanding. I don't think I got it all on video, but you can see how that's going to fit in there when we get done. It's pretty good. I got some sanding to do, so we're going to go ahead and glue the sides down. And we've already got our piece sanded to fit pretty close. And then we're going to glue down all the other sides and using the brad nailer to stick them in place. Now I just got to pull it apart, pull it out, and sand the crap out of everything, which I did. Moving around quite a bit, but you guys saw images of it. So now we're getting ready to put the carpet on. And I'm doing this in halves to make it easier, because I have to carefully put the carpet in those cracks, and that went by really quick. Like I said, if you guys want to see the full length video, you absolutely can see that. We're going to have that up by itself, and it's, like I said, it's long, but you can hear all the stuff that I'm discussing right now. Now that came out so damn well, and I know I got to do a panel up here that's going to be in behind the subwoofer. I think I'm going to go down from here down to the corner on both sides so that I have an angle on both sides instead of straight up and down, and it'll come up flush with the top of the box, and then I'll have a panel that goes on top of the box that comes back and flushes out with it. It'll set back far enough to let these wires in here without any issues. And but what I'm thinking about is a lot of work. But what I'm thinking about, oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this shit, is putting a CAE on that panel and then carpeting over it, creating that impression. It would look sick if it works. Really sick if it works. If I can make the cuts nice and get everything sized right and all that shit, this will look badass. But you guys need to let me know down in the comments what you think about it. Give me your ideas. I could build any kind of weird logo as long as it's something I can actually manufacture. A CAE is one that I think I'm going to do, though. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. Like, share, and subscribe down there. It's right down there.
Hit the chill back and you stand up, stand up. Start to move your body with your hands up, hands up. Rock it to and fro while they coming through the door. Now they leaning on the bar with the cans up, cans up. Hit the flow fast and you back up, back up. DJ got it lit, turn the track up, track up. Moving side to side, feel the rhythm start to ride. Now they stepping to the beat, never slack. Just how low can you go? Can you go? Can you drop it right down to the floor, to the floor? With a body like a demon, make the men start screaming. Then you turn to the crowd, let them know. Ooh, how far down can you go? Can you go? Can you lay it right down on the floor, on the floor? With the body like a demon and the men still screaming. Then you